What's up, everybody? So there is some new information coming out about the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan. This information was redacted in documents that were released previously. In this article, it talks about how CBC fought to have some redactions lifted, and those redactions were lifted today, October 17th, 2025. The article from CBC is linked in the description below if you want to go read it for yourself. Witnesses describe hearing vehicle the night before Nova Scotia children were reported missing. Two people who live near Jack and Lilly Sullivan's home told police they heard a vehicle coming and going in the middle of the night, just hours before the Nova Scotia children were reported missing. The new details from witnesses are laid out in redacted records that were previously released in August at the request of CBC News and other news agencies. On Friday, new details of the case were released after CBC News fought to have some redactions lifted. The documents contain court applications filed by investigators for permission to conduct searches for phone records, banking records, and video related to the case. They include unproven statements made by police. On May 9th, two constables had a conversation with Brad Wong, who lives near the home. He told them he heard a loud vehicle coming and going from that area in the early morning hours of May 2nd. He said his residence is at an elevated position from Daniel's residence and he could see vehicle lights over the treetops. He said the vehicle left 3 or 4 times after midnight and into the early hours of the morning. He said the vehicle would drive off in the distance and he could hear it stop and return. He said it remained in earshot the entire time. On May 17th, a constable took a statement from Justin Smith, who also lives in the area. Smith said he was awake and on Facebook during the early hours of May 2nd, and around 1:30 a.m. he heard a car on Highway 289 turn around by the railroad tracks near the area of where they live. That intersection is near the home where the children went missing. It made noise, then went quiet. The vehicle was quiet for about 2 minutes, then drove towards LAIRG Road. Justin Smith later spoke with Brad Wong, who informed him Daniel's vehicle came and went 5 or 6 times that night. Wong said the car Smith heard was Daniel. Wow. The records detail Martel's account of the evening before the children were reported missing. He told police he went to bed fairly early and didn't wake up until it was light the next morning. The documents said the mother told police she put Lilly and Jack to bed, then their 1-year-old daughter, and then went to bed herself around 9 p.m. She said Martel stayed up and was going to clean the house for her, but it wasn't clean when she got up, so she doesn't know what he did. The mother said she was not woken up throughout the night and does not know when Daniel came to bed. Interesting. In a phone interview on Friday, Martel said no one from the family left the property that night and they did not have any visitors. He said the RCMP never asked him about the vehicle coming and going. I know the investigators work hard. They explore every lead, Martel said. The mother has not responded for requests for interviews. An investigator's comment in the same document said that as of July 16th, the children's disappearance was not believed to be criminal in nature. The RCMP declined a request for an interview Friday, today. The records also show that police interviewed one of the mother's relatives, Darren Geddes. He is believed to have appeared on a YouTube true crime show under the name Dearwood O'Grady. Why would he use a different name? Where he put forward a theory that the mother put the children in a vehicle and sent them away before reporting them missing. Man, this is crazy. It said that he noted his comments could be wrong, could be speculation. He said Darren has suggested in social media posts that the mother may have been involved in their disappearance, but this is his theory. He has also suggested he might know the location of the children. An RCMP investigator wrote, why would he just say the location then? Why play games? On May 30th, 2 RCMP members met with Darren, who told them he spoke with Daniel Martel a few weeks after the kids went missing, and also spoke with Patty Pearson, the mother's grandmother, about the investigation. The constable said Darren was confrontational and evasive to questions asked of him and wanted police to provide him with information about the investigation. He became upset when his questions were not answered. On June 26, the mother gave police a video recording of a phone conversation between Pearson and Darren, who is Pearson's first cousin. The conversation was recorded on the evening of June 21st, and it is not clear if Darren knew he was being recorded, but there appeared to be an expectation of privacy, the document said. It is not clear from the records exactly what Pearson and Darren said during the conversation. CBC News interviewed Darren on July the 4th, and he shared similar theories. However, the information could not be verified. The children's disappearance in May sparked an investigation grid that spanned 8.5 square kilometers of mostly dense woods and involved about 160 ground searchers and rescue volunteers, service dogs, drones, and helicopters. The mysterious nature of the case, fueled by lack of answers, has garnered international attention. Last week, RCMP announced that cadaver dogs did not find any human remains in searches conducted around the property and in areas of high probability in the community. In an interview, Staff Sergeant Rob MCCAMON reiterated that the case is still being investigated under the Missing Persons Act and is not a criminal case. What? So are they saying that those cars just didn't mean anything? These two different people heard this car coming and going. The mother said she went to bed, has no idea when Daniel Martel came to bed. There's so much strange things going on. What was Daniel doing? Why hasn't Daniel talked about this car? He said no one left the property, but who was coming and going from the property then if he wasn't involved, if that car had nothing to do with him? Just so many more questions now. Whew. I mean, hopefully more things get unredacted soon and the pieces of the puzzle continue to fit together. What do you think? What do you think of this new article that was just released? What do you think of this vehicle that allegedly came and went from the property? Let me know. Leave some comments below. Hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again soon.